Testing. How's it going, everyone? Thank you so much for joining. Can you guys hear me properly? Is it clear? Check, check, check. 1, 2. Hello, hello, hello. Right, so looks like SPY is opening under 405.33 again. Puts us back in the chalk zone. Amazing. Nice. So today I'm watching Exxon, USO, and COP. Hopefully SPY dumps, and then we can have some nice setups on these stocks at the levels which is mentioned on the screen. So let's see, like SPY is currently in this chop formation, again under 405.33. As long as SPY is under 405.33, there is this zone. The support you got to watch out for is 403.80 to 403.40. So if we break under 403.40, then like we are looking for SPY to come all the way down to 401. So that is the plan for today. If you are trading SPY, watch out to the upside, watch out for 405.33. If we break above 405.33, it opens doors for SPY to run a test to yesterday's high, let's say like 405.80. If you want to buy calls on SPY, wait for 405.80 to break, and you can trade it all the way to like 407. And above 407.60 opens doors for the small round number at around 408. It's a small zone around there. Above 408, it can push all the way to 410.53. Now this is the bull case for SPY. If you're looking at a bear case, if you break under 403.40, bears will take over. SPY might come all the way down to 401, which is the lows of yesterday, 401.30. Under 401.30, we are looking at 400 and 398. So this is the plan when it comes to the overall S&P 500 for me today. And if you were looking at the stocks which I'm watching, I'm currently watching USO, COP, and XOM. So for XOM, I'm watching for 96.70. If we come down over there, I might take the trade there. If you're an aggressive trader, you can take the trade at 97.60 as well. But I want to see how SPY is doing before taking any of these trades in first place. So let's see. If these numbers didn't hit, we're not going to take it. If it hits, then we'll take it from there. So I think we have consumer confidence. See, consumer confidence index dropping at around 10 o'clock. So that's something to keep an eye out for as well. So what do you think about BBBY? Good morning, Danny. Let's see, BBBY. Right, so it's not looking good, but let's see if it has any hope. Well, it looks like they're opening about 200 SMA here. They can run a test to $15 if they tend to open about 14 bucks. So they have like a $1 upside potential, provided they didn't squeeze. So it's totally up to you if you want to take this trade or not, but I'm staying away from it, just like any other meme stocks out there. Not worth the risk. Too much for the risk appetite. Right, so let's focus on SPY for the first 5 minutes of the market open to see how the session is going to go, and then we'll take it from there one after the other. So okay, SPY is under 405.80. Interesting. Interesting day ahead. So I'm gonna chill out for today, and I'm just gonna watch what SPY is doing, and if these numbers are offered in XOM, I might take the risk over there. Until then, it's just a calm day. It's looking like a dead cat bounce on SPY, so nothing to do. I had 401 put I got at the end of the day. I was up about $330, but I got called away at work and didn't get a chance to sell. Suggestions this morning. Alright, so my suggestions would be, let's see how the opening print on SPY is in another 1 minute. Looks like they're opening near that support zone at 303.40 to 303.80. If they can't recapture 303.80 and march towards 403.80 and march towards 405, then we have a problem here. SPY might come down all the way to run a test to 401. So we gotta wait and watch. We got to wait, let's see. Right, so SPY looks like they're selling it into the open. I'm looking at COP here, so I'm 109.45, so let's see if we can get that number. Down we go. So as I said, we are still in the support zone, so wait for, if you want to buy puts, wait for 403.45 to be taken to the woodsheds. Until that happens, we gotta chill. So looks like energy, every single sector in every single stock under energy gap lower. That is interesting. The sectors which are leading today, what are the sectors leading? Right, looks like the defensives are lagging here, and the energy is the big time downer. SPY is coming down. Dangling in support between the range of 403.80 to 403.40. That's what's going on here. Let's see. It's just a flat day today. Looks like SPY might come down to run a test to yesterday's lows and 401.80 here. Gotta wait and watch. If SPY goes above 403.80, you can take the risk there. Until then, we are waiting. I'm watching COP here. If it can come down to run a test to the 20 SMA at 109.20 and change, I might take the trade there. Bed Bath and Beyond is pushing higher. That's a nice gap open, that's a nice candle. I don't know why I have this shit on the screen. Let me remove it. So let's go to semis, SMH. Looks like semis gapped up as well, but sitting right at resistance here. So interesting. Right, so we're gonna put the SPY on the side for now. How do you feel about Apple? Let's see Apple first. Right, so Apple looks like shit. 160 to 161, that zone is very important spot for Apple. If they break it, say hello to 157. If they come down today, watch out for 161 to act as support. Under 161, we're looking at yesterday's lows at somewhere around, let's just say 161 to 160 zone, alright? So though that zone is very important. If that zone is taken to the woodsheds to the downside, then we're looking at 157 to act as support to the downside. I am looking to buy longs on Apple, longs in the sense calls on Apple when we get to 157. Until then, I'm on the sidelines, and SPY is not looking so good for me to long at 160. So I like it at 157. If they break 157, they're headed towards 154. That's what I have on Apple. 157 and 154 is pretty important. Keep an eye out for those two zones if you want to take the risk for longs. This levels, I like it better than buying at over here at 161. I mean, they might bounce over here and then just push towards to the upside. I honestly don't know. No one does, but I personally feel there is a higher probability for Apple to come down to 157, especially with the way the SPY and QQQ are looking. So if we're looking to buy calls, wait for 157 if offered, or wait for 154 and above. Until we get confirmation, we gotta wait to take the trade. You don't have to be the first to be in the trade, you just gotta be right. Right, looking at Exxon Mobil, XOM. Give me $96, come on. Let's switch it to SPY and see what's going on there. That's a lot of lines. I gotta delete the old ones and just keep the new ones. Alright, looks like 403.50 is holding now. Let's see for how long. Put SPY to the downside. Now that we know the numbers, we'll focus on the stocks which we are watching. COP is something on the watch. Looks like they're still holding on to that 50 SMA as support. Sorry, 5-day moving average as support. Interesting. Do they have any other support areas to watch out for? Right, they gave me 107, I'll take it there as well. Alright, so for now it's just holding on to that 5-day moving average as support. That is something interesting to keep an eye out for. If they break it, then we can take the trades at 109. Until then, it's something I'm watching, and I'm watching XOM as well. If it offers me 96.60, we can take the trade over there. So this is my watch list for today. So let me know if you guys are watching anything so we can go over it. Trying to sell puts, any ticker suggestions? Don't sell puts on anything which you don't want to hold it long term. That will be my suggestions if you ask me. If you have a stock, like for example, let's say Apple, and you're thinking that you want to buy shares to go long term on it, that's a different story. You can sell puts, but don't sell puts just to get premiums. And if you get assigned, you will be assigned and holding shares that you don't want to hold, and that's not a good looks at all, because some stocks just suck but they offer really good premiums. There's always a risk of you getting assigned. We don't want that to happen. Tesla is a good choice to sell puts because of the premiums they have, and SPY and QQQ are a good choice. What else? Yeah, and then it all depends on the companies which you like, to be honest. TKS, what is that? Oh, thanks, alright. My bad. Alright, so let's see. SPY is barely holding on here. Oh, XOM as its support, but I want a little bit lower prices. I won't complain. So if you guys have anything on your watch list, let me know. We can go over the charts. Looks like a slow day, flat, nothing is happening, consolidation. If SPY can give me the lows of yesterday, we can look into longs. Until then, we're just gonna chill. SPY is flat as a pancake, flipping lower. We can run a test to yesterday's low here at 402.50, and then like if they break it, they can come all the way down to 401 on SPY. But for now, it's not looking too great. What's going on in CAM QQQ? ARKK puts for today. What's going on with Tesla Witch? Okay. Let's see the daily. Let's start with there first. Right, the trend is in your favor. There is a check mark there, and to be honest with you, I would say wait for QQQ to break under 303.50 if you want to short ARKK, or wait for it to at least take the yesterday's lows, which is at around 41.97. Nah, I understood what you said, Eric. Alright, so I mean, if you want to go short on ARK, you can, but make sure to set your stops right. So you can, there is a support zone exactly at around like $41 to like yesterday's low, which also coincides over there. So if you want to go short, you can just set your stops at $43, and then like you can just go ham. Secure profits at the trade one at stops at 41.80. What I'm looking for, if you want to short ARKK, is what QQQ is doing. QQQ is sitting right near support, so you gotta ask yourself, like, is it the right entry for you, or like you can wait for a better entry, especially if you're dealing with the short-term options. Apparently there is no risk to reward for me to take the trade over here. Maybe if they break the lows of yesterday, I can take the trade all the way to like maybe 39.79 to $40, but I'll wait until they break the yesterday's lows. Like there is a support zone at 42.20, so I'm just gonna hold on to it for a better entry sort of thing. How about Amazon? I have months, 2 months out trying to get the gap fill. Thoughts? Let me see. Alright, Amazon capped up as well. Interesting. As I said, you gotta keep, when you're trading these big tech stocks, you gotta keep an eye out for QQQ. Since yesterday's candle was a doji, and if they close today above 131.83, which means they can push higher. Like you can just say 132.50. Let's just say 132.50. 132.50 is a resistance to the upside. For now, the trend is still in the favor of you. There is no reason to cut the puts here if you already have one. If they break the lows of yesterday, Amazon can come down all the way to like 125. So, but 128.60 is pretty important. So, since they gapped it up higher, if QQQ breaks 305, let's say, it can come down to 303.50, which is a support. It's massive support for Nasdaq. If they break under 303.50, Amazon can come all the way down to 125. For now, as long as price is under 132.50, I don't see any reason to take profits or cut losses or do whatever it is in the puts of Amazon. You can just hold it. The only risk for you over here is them gapping above 132.50 tomorrow, but by the way things are looking, the probability of that happening is still lower. I mean, anything can happen, but as long as you're playing, have some wider stops is what I'm saying. If you got it today morning, your entry is pretty decent. There you go, QQQ, nasty red. Let's take an eye out. Let's keep an eye out for XOM here, something I'm watching. This DKNG puts good. Let's see DKNG. I would say so, yes. I would say so. There is a probability for DKNG to come all the way down to $15.50. You can short it if they break under this candle's lows, which is 1650. So if they break under 1650 and starts closing candles under 1650, you can take the trade all the way to like $15.60. That's a decent trade on cards you have. Right, so what else we got? Interesting. Bulls can play a difference around this spot. We're sitting at support on SPY, so watch out. We're testing yesterday's lows here. Something important to keep an eye out for. If they break under it, we are going over all the way down to 401.20 to 401.80 zone, which was the lows of yesterday. If they break under, we are headed towards 400 for the day. So these are the numbers to keep an eye out for today, in case of SPY and if you're trading SPY. Looks like 402.65 is taken out. Now they're coming down all the way to test the lows, which is currently sitting at 401.75 to 401.20. If you want to scalp SPY, that's a spot you need to watch out for, and I'm watching XOM here for a bounce. That's a nasty candle. Nice. Come on, SPY. Give me that 401.70. SPY's red. Technically just flat, but still pushing lower here. Watching XOM for a bounce here. Let's see. If you guys want a long SPY, 401.20 to 401.80 is the spot which you're looking for. What's the ATR of this XOM? What's going on? They've been pummeling it lower. Jesus Christ. XOM. ATR is 290. Alright, nice. No worries. Sitting at support here, might take the trade for a bounce. What is Snow's next support? Alright, let's check out Snow. S-N-O-W. Alright, Snow actually broke it. It has resistance over there. Snow's next support comes in at 178.35. That's something to watch out for on Snow. If they break under it, we're looking at 173. 178 and 173 are the two important levels to watch out for. Alright, they're testing support on XOM here. Let's see how it goes. SPY held on to it. Gotta wait and see how it goes for the rest of the day. Nice. Can you break down the VIX? Right, so VIX is nothing but a mathematical equations which tells you how many puts are bought and how many calls are bought. If there is a lot of calls in the market compared to that of the puts, then VIX will be going lower. If there is a lot of puts in the market when compared to the calls, then VIX will be going higher. That's all it is. So the premiums in the puts or calls will be impacted because of the VIX. So that's something to keep an eye out for as well. Higher the VIX, more expensive the options premiums get. They are punishing XOM here. How much? 3% down. Nice. Interesting. Right, so next support we're looking for is at 95.50 on XOM. Nice. They broke it lower, and that will also complete the 180R move to the downside. They're drilling down. It's a nasty candle. Fucking hell. Is there any news on oil that you guys are aware of? Close buy for 490 profit. Amazing. Can you please explain how you determined 178 and 173 for snow? Because I see a long leg up on a 5-day read from 160 to 186. I'll tell you why. You see this? The snow had a massive run. Alright? They got rejected at one spot. They went all the way higher and then like hit this number and then came back lower. That tells you this number is important, and which is 175. And if they got rejected over there and if they broke above it, which means on the way of coming back down, that level will be acting as support. Alright, so I'm just talking from an intraday basis. This was just for day trading for a bounce and scalp. Alright, same thing happened. They came back lower, found support at 159 to 160, and then bounced all the way higher and got rejected at 179 to 180. So those two numbers are important in a short-term basis to keep an eye out for. So in order to find the support and resistance level, you just got to keep an eye out for where the numbers ran up to and where it got rejected. And I agree with you, because there is a massive gap opened all the way to 161. If the SPY breaks 400 or QQQ breaks 300, they can easily come down to fill this gap. But as long as SPY is above this 400 zone and QQQ is above this 300 zone, you got to respect the levels in between as well. Are you watching Uber? Nope, I'm not watching Uber for today. I'm watching XOM and I'm watching COP. Those are the two stocks which I'm watching for today. If I get 95.50 in XOM, I might take the trade over there. Let's take a look at Uber and see what's going on there. And Uber is still about 28.50, so I don't see no reason to short it now. If they break under 28.50, we can think about it. Yesterday we gave a nice trade from $28 to $29 though. That is a good trade. But we gotta wait for Uber to come down all the way to run a test to $28. For that to happen, we need to break 28.50, which is a strong support for Uber. Gotta wait and see how the SPY reacts for the rest of the day. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to go over them. Add XOM to it and compare it with the ATR. So they're down like $3 from their highs, but their ATR is only 297, so let's take the trade here. Looking for SPY longs. Won't be a bad trade, not gonna lie. They came to run a test to the support level at 401.60 and now bouncing. You know where your risk level is at this zone, so if you go long here, set your stops at closing under 401.30. So if they close under it, then that opens doors wide open all the way down to 400. So you know where your stops, you know where your risk is at, so set it wisely and then trade accordingly, sort of thing. Alright, XOM is bouncing here, nice. One more minute, gotta wait and see how this candle closes. Albo just posted his buying SPY puts. He might have bought it at the break of 403, so don't chase it now. If you want to buy SPY puts, wait for it to break under 401.30. It can get all the way to $400 to the downside. For now, the tape is looking bearish. He might have gotten the puts at 404 rejection all the way down, so you gotta know his entries and exit properly if you're gonna mimic his trades. Plus, the puts, whatever he gets, it's gonna be at least 4 to 5 months out. So watch out for that too. 4 to 5 months out, and you'll be only going for in the money puts. So watch out for that. Alright, XOM held support, nice. Let me remove the indicators from the charts. Interesting, pushing higher here. Alright, interesting plays everywhere. Let's see how it goes for the rest of the day. As long as XOM is about 96.70, I'm liking calls here. So let's see how it goes. Just gonna hold on to it. Let it shine. That's it. So the sectors, almost everything is turning red, with energy leading the way. Financial is going to red as well. Let's see XLE, what's going on there. It's a big gap down on XLE. So let's see how it goes for the rest of the day. If you want to buy puts in SPY, that might help, but please don't touch the 2-day expiration options. Please don't touch the weekly expiration. Make sure to go for at least a month out. If you want more time to be right, give yourself some time to be right. Don't gamble it with 2-day expiration options. It's not worth it. Bulls are defending yesterday's lows here, which is at 401.50. If they break under it, watch out for 401.20. If they break under it, watch out for 400. Simple as that. Things are not looking bullish here, that's for sure. Anything under 405, not bullish at all. The probability is to the downside. The question you got to ask yourself is, will it happen by today or will it happen by tomorrow? Because we never know. So it'll be better to give yourself some time before playing this to the upside or to the downside. Whatever it is, give yourself some time, and for now the probability to more downside is way higher. Right, so energy is not looking good either. SPY is not looking good. And almost all the sectors which was once green are now turning red. Everything is red right now, so watch out. Be careful here. Financials are giving up their gains. Technology turned red right now. Healthcare is turning red as well. Typical gap and crap. CCI, let's see. Not looking good here as well. Under the 50 SMA. If you want to go short, you can set your stops at 175. It's totally up to you. You can give it a try over there. 175 and below, it's a short. But right now I don't have any risk to reward for this trade. If they broke under 170, we can short it all the way. And down it goes. 400 is on the cards on SPY for now. Consumer numbers today, yeah, they should be already out. Let me check. They should be out. Let me check Bloomberg. Right, let's see. Right, SPY 400 here. Watch out. If they break 400, watch out for 398. They're still painting the narrative that the sell-off is because of the Fed. Alright. Let's see how the yields reacted to it. Let's check DLT. Alright, so looks like we got a massive pop. Let's see. S&P 500 and Nasdaq falls to session lows. All right. Looks like jobs number didn't do any good. 400 give or take is on the table. They break 400. We can go all the way to 398. Something to watch out for. Interesting. Uber broke 28.50. And you know where to set your stops at if you're going short on Uber. Set your stops at 28.67 and go ham. SPY nearing 400 here, breaking under 400. Watch out for 398. Energy, they're crushing energy here, not a good sign. Wayfair is up. Zillow is doing good, surprisingly, another gap and crap candidate. Penn is up. Coin is actually up. They gapped it higher and now they're drilling lower. SQ, same deal, gapped it up and drilling lower. Typical gap and crap in almost all of my watch list. Yep, all the sectors are red. Finally, nice. So this is how a gap and crap actually looks like. They open the market higher, and if it's a bull market or if the buyers are actually convinced that it will go higher, they will buy it at the gapped up price. If the conviction is not there, they will just sell the rips, and that's what you saw today. So the Friday's price action is not good at all, and yesterday's price action didn't do any help for bulls either. So for now, the bear thesis still sticks as long as SPY is under 405. I would say wait for 15-minute candle to close. So like you'll know sometimes, like you can see what happened with XOM today. The 5-minute candle, what is that? Nope. XOM, let's see. You can clearly see that trick happening over here, which might get you stopped out pretty quick. The first support zone over there was at 96.60. They closed under it on the 5 minutes, and then like they just ripped it higher on the next 5-minute candle, which technically means you'll get stopped out if your stop loss is at anywhere near $197 or something. They pushed it higher and then they gapped it lower again. So yeah, watch out, like wait for 15-minute close, or you can just, if you are an aggressive trader, you can just be aggressive at 400, and yeah, you can just short it all the way, but watch out. Wait for confirmation. That's all I can say. 400 is a psychological number. If they break under it, watch out for 398. Let's see, did QQQ go all the way to 300? Right, QQQ broke 303.50 as well. QQQ can head all the way to 300 here. Another quick scalp for SPY for 275. Congratulations, that's nice. Next level to watch out for in XOM is 95.55. They are punishing it over here. Interesting. Energy is not looking so great here. XOM is under the 5-day moving average. If they come to $93, there is a chance for us to take the trade over there. If they break under the 20 SMA and close under it, nope, not touching it. I want to show you guys my notes from the morning. If you guys were on the Discord, you must have gotten the copy of it already. So here we go. This is the price action which I'm looking for. They're setting up for a dead cat bounce on a turnaround Tuesday, opening above 405.33, which we didn't. Open stores run the door. So this thing is completely gone because we didn't open above 405.33. They got rejected at 405.33 at 9 o'clock and then they just pummel lower. So right now, failure to break above or open above 405.33 or breaking under 405.33 puts 403.80 to 403.50 back in cards. What happened? That's exactly what happened. They exactly opened at this zone over here, and once they broke it, 401.80 came by, and then now 400 is on the cards. If they break under it, watch out for 398. Simple as that. So take some time to read it and jot it down. If you're just learning technical analysis, just jot down these numbers on your chart as support and resistance levels and watch how the price reacts at these levels. That will give you a good insight on how the rest of the day goes. So how about Nvidia? Semiconductors were not looking too decent. So let me see. Nvidia can get to like 154 here. 154 is important for Nvidia. If they break under 154, well, we can go all the way down to run a test to 147. That's the next level I got. So 154 is important, and below 154 they can come all the way to 147. So these are the two levels which I have on my charts. So watch out. SPY is at support here. So wait for 400 to break if you want to take the trade to 154. That'll be better. Oh, looks like Europe is dropping as well. One of my members just told me FTSE just made a massive drop. Yep. They turned negative. Europe is selling off. Almost all the sectors in our markets are selling off as well. Not looking good for the bulls here, not gonna lie. 400 incoming for SPY, breaking under 400. Watch out for 398. Right, so what's the trade this Alvaro posted? He bought a put and he closed the puts at 400. That's nice. Nice trade there. QQQ has more room to go lower, but I want QQQ to come back all the way to run a test to 303.50. Might happen if we get a bounce from SPY at 400. If we get there, then if we get rejected over there again, then we can look for puts. For now, QQQ 300, that zone will act as a magnet here. Where is NQ at? We gotta keep an eye out for that. Yep, all the sectors are red. Nice. So we'll go over watch list for today. Right, NQ is nearing 12,400, the psychological levels. ES is nearing 4,000, the psychological levels. So we gotta wait and watch if these levels hold as support or not. $109.92 is holding a support for COP, but the option spreads are so wild out there. I don't want to take the trade on this. So I'm just on the sidelines for today, it looks like. XOM is holding 96.70 as support as well. ES is just 6 points away and NQ is 16 points away from the round numbers. It's all coming together now. We might get a bounce here. We might, or we might not. If we didn't, watch out for 398. You know what to do. So if you got the puts at 402.50 strike, then this might be the right time to scale out on them. So yeah, that's the plan for today. So keep an eye out. Alright, so now you guys know what to do with SPY, and let's go over some of the other stocks. And if you guys have any questions, you can ask me in the chat. I can go over that as well. Bouncing from 4005. I think that's the 50 SMA in ES, I guess. Nope, they broke it. If they take out yesterday's lows on ES, which is currently at 406.75, 40.0675, $4,006, then we can come down all the way to 39.80-ish on ES if you guys trade futures, that is. SPX cash index, let me see. It's the same as SPY. It is sitting at support, just like SPY. So 4,000 is a psychological number. So you can just trade this with SPY as well. Both move the same regardless. So Whenever I was talking about SPY, when you see SPY at 400, which was its support, which it came through, like 403 was the lows. So the same goes for SPX as well. Trade same markets, just different contract sizes. So wait for confirmation, because buyers are not stepping up here. They're just like, the tape is still flat. I don't see any buyers yet. So if we see it yet at 400, you can just go along with setting your stops at 4,000 in SPX if you want, or else we are coming down fast to 439.83, which is equivalent of 398 in SPY. Heard someone speaks at 11 a.m. Yeah, these Fed idiots talk every single day. It doesn't matter much. Powell already said what it needed to be done. When Powell speaks, it's important. When these non-voting members talk, not so much. They're just gonna say what Powell already said. One will say something, the other will say something totally different. If you keep focusing on everything, you will find it confusing, and it's not going to help you in any way. Powell already said what needed to be said. The bond market's already priced in 75 basis points, and if they are not a noting member, it doesn't matter. Alright, people are loading up on calls here. Interesting. The only problem which I have with SPY 400 is QQQ still has 3 and 2 more points to drop to the support. If QQQ pummels lower to 300, I don't see SPY holding the 400 as support for today. So let's wait and watch, but it's just a speculation, not the price action, so let's see. Looks like SPY wants to drop under 400. If it drops under 400, you guys know what to do. What are you using to see volume? It's just an indicator in TradingView. You can just like go to the indicators and then type volume, you'll get it immediately. It's just an indicator which I have. Once you have it, you can clearly see it on the downside, how much sell volume and how much buy volumes are there on the particular candles. So, SPY 400 in trouble. Dropping lower here. SPX 2 more points away from 4,000. If they can't hold it here, watch out for 298. 398, my bad. As I said, QQQ is still not near 300 yet. Wait for confirmation, it's just 30 cents lower, and SPX is nearing support here at 4,000, so watch out. If they really want to drop it, we want to see SPX below 4,000. ES is also trading near 4,000, so they can just reverse it right here if both the 4,000 holds and both cash index and futures. 2 more points. Come on now. There we go, recovered 400 again. So as I said, wait for SPX to break 400, close candles under 400. We might get it, 398 will be the destination if they really want to pummel this down lower. If they don't see buyers here, that's the next place to keep an eye out for. Right, they're getting pulled up here. Nice. Alright, boys. Looks like 400 is still holding. And let's see for how long. If they broke under 400, you know what to do. Bulls are trying to hold on to 400. Nice. Just another question. What is the best entry? What's the best low entry price for Tesla? What's your time frame? Like, how long are you planning to hold? Is it a trade or is it an investment? Or what contract are you looking for? What's your time frame? If you can give me those details, that'll be nice. But for now, for Tesla, the most important level is 280. They got to hold 280 no matter what. If they break under 280, watch out for 271 to 270 to follow. There is some support level at 274, alright. And this is the fucked up part, like once they split it, like TradingView didn't update any of my numbers, any of my levels from before. All they did was just brought the price down and kept the levels and drawings above. You can see over there 500 to 800. Absolutely insane. Right, for now, if Tesla breaks 380, watch out for 375, and if they break under 375, it can come all the way down to run a test to 360. 260, I mean, you know what I mean. It's better to buy one contract further out than 5 contracts in a couple of days expiration. Well, alright, so let's say you got 5 puts right now, right, which is expiring 2 days from now. And you need to be right not only with the price, and you need to be right with the time. All right, there is no way, there's at least less probability that you will be right with time. You can be right with price, like price might drop below 398, or like price might go in the money, or it can happen, but it should happen in 2 days. If it's not happening, then you will lose money, you'll lose it completely, or you will lose at least half of it through the theta decay alone. So if you're buying 5 contracts, it'll be recommended to just day trade it. Don't swing it. That's the purpose of these 2-day expiration options. Just day trade it or scalp it, and then just let it go, sort of thing. So don't hold on to it for much longer. Never works out in the favor. If you are bearish in the market, at least give yourself some time for things to work out in your favor. It's nothing more frustrating than being right, but not being right with the right time. So yeah, that fucking sucks. So give yourself some time to be right. Hope that helps. So on Tesla, so trying to buy low and sell high. So you're trying to sell covered calls. If you're trying to sell covered calls, you need the stock to go down though. Well, what are you doing? Trying to buy low and sell high. Then why are you selling covered calls? You should be selling puts if you're actually bullish on Tesla. If you want to sell puts, then like 270 to 260 strikes is better. Alright, so 400 is taken to the woodsheds, 300 is incoming for QQQ. Tesla takes out 280, it can come down to 275 to 260, so watch out for that. Here goes SPY again. Yep, 400 is taken out. Watch out for 398 to follow. Under 398, 395 for 77 is next numbers. There comes 398. QQQ is nearing support at 300, so watch out. If you don't bounce here, things can get ugly. If we break 398, watch out for 395 in SPY and watch out for 297 in QQQ. That's all good. You got out at support. Especially with shorting, you'll have no idea when the buyers will step out. So at support, take profits. Get back in again once it breaks the support. Simple as that. If you bounce from 398, there is a potential trade to 400 test in SPY and 302.50 test in QQQ. So there's that. Right, QQQ sitting right at support. Let's see if we can have a little bit of a bounce here. Let's see what XOM is doing. Still chilling around this area. Interesting. Alright boys, you know the price now. 398 is barely holding on to. QQQ breaks 300, then it's goodnight Irene. It's already goodnight Irene for SPY and QQQ when it broke under an important spot of 410 and 303.50. It's done over. So the tape is bearish. Don't catch a falling knife and don't complain when it cuts. The volume is pretty light today as well, so something to watch out for too. So let's see. Alright, so if you guys have any questions, let me know, or else I am signing off from the live and I will see you in the Discord, either in Saints or in mine. So if you guys are interested, you can check out my Discord as well. The link is down below in the description. You can check out my Patreon as well. The notes which I showed you is from my Patreon, so you'll get it every morning before market opens, plus the trade ideas as well. So if you guys are interested and support the channel, check it out. So NVIDIA, alright, so did we break it though? Yep, here we go, 154. You got it. So as I said, if QQQ broke under the support, like 300 is support for QQQ, consider securing profits or scaling out on puts here, because NVIDIA is sitting at support levels and QQQ is at support as well. There is a high probable chance that we can get a repair face of rally or repair face of bounce to 400 in SPY and 302.50 to 303.50 in QQQ from here. So let's see. Alright, so is it too late to get into SPY puts? Yes, you're getting into puts right at support, so don't do it. Wait for either wait for 398 to break or wait for 400 to be tested again and taken to the wood trade so you can short it there. Any free tools where I can see option flow? I think Chris Saint's chat and my Discord both has the way for you to check it under the bot section. But if you're really want to learn deep into option flows, there are like so many different ways. You can either use DOM to like check the bids and asks of people who are buying and selling. I don't use it, I don't know much about it, so I can't speak about it much, but there are people in the server who can. So you can talk to the user in my server and then ask for more details about it. Or if you just want the simple overview of who are buying and who are selling calls or puts, or what strikes of options have been placed and stuff like that, you can go to the bot command section in the Discord. Let me show you. You can go here and then like just press flow and then type the stock name and you'll get it. Or you can just go to my server and you can go to the order flow section and you can just use this command. Flow stock name will give you all the orders on puts and calls. You can get it right over there. Are you going live again tomorrow? Tomorrow I think Alpha is going live. I might go live for Patreon members after that is done. I think that is for like 8:30 to 11 or 10:30. I'm not sure, so I got to confirm it with him. I think it's 8:30 to 11:30. The Alpha Trader from the user Alpha Trader is going live, and maybe after that, because I don't want to steal a spotlight. So let him go live from 8:30 to like 11:30. So let's hear what he has to say. So we'll give him a chance and let's see what he has to say, and then like we'll take it from there. Alright, so that'll be all, boys. Take care. We'll see you guys tomorrow or day after tomorrow mostly. Yeah, take care. Bye bye.